Great. Okay, class, very nice to see you all. We're going to do some training for the workplace this morning. We'll keep it as short as possible. I don't want anybody to be embarrassed about needing training or asking questions because, as you can see, especially from Michelle and me, lifelong learning is, we all have to do it. We all have to keep retraining. So I'm going to, I hope some people read some of the material that I sent out. That was to save a bit of time this morning, because if we can do it fairly quickly, I'd imagine we'll just be about 30 or 40 minutes for the first part, and the test could be anywhere between 10 minutes and half an hour, whatever you like. Okay, now let me just go and find the PowerPoint. Okay, all right. And Caesar's still there?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Great. Right, just making sure I can see you now. This is an incident report is something that we see in every workplace. So I asked everybody just to have a look at the example of the incident report. It's the kind of official form that you have to fill in at work that can cover a whole lot of things. Okay, now I asked everybody to have a quick look at the vocab so that we didn't have to spend too much time on that. Let's have a look. What does position mean on this form? Did anybody see that? Oops. Position. Did anybody on the official form, what does position mean?
Means your job.
Means your job, that's right. Like assistant manager, or in my case at work at the moment, world's oldest junior. What's the difference between a hazard and an incident?
Maybe a hazard could result in injury to someone, as could an incident, but a hazard is something in the workplace that could make you trip or hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Oil spill or, yeah.
All right, now just a couple more. Accident, obviously something bad that happens. The field is part of the form. We know that, I think, from filling in fields on electronic databases and when we search for things. And to initiate
email address and fill in the password in the field.
Yeah, that's right. And so official forms, whether they're on paper or electronic, have these fields. Oh, wow, my PowerPoint skills are just fantastic, aren't they? Now, this is an old English teacher's trick to ask you to rank the words. Which one do you think's the most serious? What do you think, Caesar? Which is the most serious, the most terrible word there?
I think injure.
You might, but fatality means to die. So fatality is going to be the top. And the injuries can be very bad and can lead to death, but fatality is death. So it's the top.
Definitely.
So there's the ranking that I came up with. You could, English, of course, is very fluid. You could argue for a different one, but let's not waste too much time arguing about it at the moment. Incident may or may not hurt someone. It's just something that happened that's probably negative. Then we've got injury. Of course, injury can be very serious, but we'd qualify that with an adjective: a serious injury, a life-threatening injury, or down the scale, a minor injury. Okay, I think we've got those. We've all got pretty good English. Which of these words is stronger, incident or emergency?
Say emergency.
Emergency. Which one's stronger, important or necessary, Owen?
Necessary.
Okay. And ordered to do something or recommended to do something. What about that one, Caesar?
Ordered.
Ordered stronger, that's right. Destroyed or damaged?
Sorry, it's me again.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you this one again.
Probably destroyed.
That's right. That's right. A lot of my students in the past think that destroyed and damaged are the same, but damaged is much higher. Sorry, destroyed is much higher than damaged. And of course, probable is stronger than possible. Okay, I've got to make my PowerPoint smarter, haven't I? Anyway, there they are. Feel free to write these answers down, class. I know you're fascinated by them all. Okay. Now, did anybody look at the incident report? What's the purpose of an incident report? Oh, and you're in management. You can tell us a bit about this.
Well, an incident. I'm here. Can you see me? Hear me?
No, but I can hear you, so keep going.
An incident report is the way you tell other people at your work about something that has happened. So it's you do it to ensure that the same problems don't happen again, to help you avoid difficulties at work.
Oh,
so it's
good.
a way to communicate.
It tells us what happened now, but also helps us to stop these things happening in the future.
Yeah.
By initiating or recommending action. Oh, we're back. Great. Okay. Now, I gave everybody a sample blank incident form, and these are the main fields. First of all, the incident, what happened. Secondly, what you think should be done to fix the problem.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're a very junior employee like me, you don't really have much say there. You just tell your supervisor what happened, in writing is the best idea. And then you make a report of the action that was taken, what actually you or the manager did. Okay, so the first field of the incident report, you need to answer these questions. What happened? What was the thing that happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? How did it happen? And who was involved? Who, if it was an accident, who had the accident? Perhaps who caused the accident? Who did what? A brief description of everything involved there. We see these kind of things at university, when we have a lot of people at university, people have accidents, they fall over, they walk in front of buses. They can even have minor accidents in the classroom. And we need to document this because it's part of the law and for legal reasons. Okay, so first of all, we describe the incident, what, when, where, how, who. Then we describe what we suggested at the time. I mean, if we're very junior, that might be nothing except that we reported it. And then we write down what the manager said to do and what the manager did, and any solutions to stop the problem happening again. The importance of incident forms is that they're legal evidence. This could become a case with the police or the law if it's a traffic accident or an injury. Could become an insurance problem. If you hurt yourself at work, your employer needs to pay compensation from their insurance. But I think one of the most important things is that it's about you. It covers you. And so, or covers your ass, we might even say, because it says that you did the right thing and that you told everybody who you were supposed to tell. And so it kind of covers you from getting in trouble. Okay, now you won't really be able to see that. It's very tiny, but I just couldn't be bothered breaking it down. That's the basic incident form. It's very simplified. And in fact, I simplified it further from the, it's from the New South Wales State Government WorkSafe website. And it just, but all incident reports will really ask you the same thing. What happened, who, where, why, when, and what did people do about it? So you can see the fields here. You've got the description of the incident, the place, which is very simple, the date, the time, who did you report it to? That's very important for passing responsibility on to the person who's responsible. And then just a description of what happened to stop it happening again. Sorry for talking so long. Okay, now I sent you a model form that has some information on it, did it? Do you want to just open that up if you've got a copy of it? Or if you can see that, and you're better than I am. But I did send everybody a copy of the model. I don't think I can actually...
Is this the one that says a junior staff member?
Yeah.
Fred Hollows slipped in some spilt liquid and fell over while stacking shelves.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see where we all work? This is our workplace. We work at the South Coast Liquor and Software Corporation.
Love that place.
I thought that was very inclusive because Michelle lives on the South Coast and Owen works in liquor and Caesar works in software. So we could, if we could think of some amazing software-based incident,
a great business idea. Yes. Drinking alcohol and making software at the same time,
whilst in a beautiful place down on the South Coast.
Beach.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so look, you can see that there's a very brief description, not too many details here about what happened. There was one of the staff members was slightly injured. The supervisor drove him to hospital because it wasn't an emergency, it was just an accident. You know, there's no reason to get there very, very fast because ambulances are very expensive if you don't have insurance. They x-rayed him and sent him home and told him to take a week off, but there was no real damage. Now we've got the location at our Parramatta branch. We've got the date and the time when it happened. Now I was the staff member and I just made sure that we checked that area for any more spills, clean up the spills. It's pretty boring stuff, but this is what incident reports are about. And then I notified 2 managers, which is a really good idea, and just pass it on to somebody who cares or who needs to do something about it. And then I also described what the managers did. And the managers said, we'll have a monitor who'll check the area constantly. We'll put up some signs. We'll get more signs and we'll get more mops to clean up. But the guy who was the staff member doing this is going to leave. So we need somebody else to do that. And then at the bottom, I've signed with my name and my position and the final date of that, because the date I make the report might be different to the date when it happened. It might be 2 days later or something like that. So if we analyse this incident report with for who, what, where and when, we find that it's the junior staff member slipped in the liquid, sent him to hospital. It happened at Parramatta Warehouse and it happened at this date and this time.
Okay.
What else do we need to write on that report? Or what else is on that report? We know who, what, where and when.
Yep.
And so what else do we need to
talk about the action.
Talk about the action.
What happened, what was done,
Yeah. And what else?
And what action was actually taken?
The action that was actually taken. And also we need to think about the future. What actions need to be taken in the future?
Recommendations.
recommendations. That's right.
Yeah.
So there are the fields we'd need to finish off there. Fading. Okay. Oh, this is going quite fast because now we're going to write one of these together. And that would be nearly the end of the lesson. So that's good. Okay, now let me just find a new share. Well, my Zoom skills are coming back to me, isn't that good? Okay, here's a blank form. Let's now, if I was in class, I would now get the class to think of something interesting that could happen. What about Caesar? What kind of incident do you think might happen in your workplace that would be a problem? What about something exciting? Could somebody hack into the system and destroy all your work?
That's what's in my mind. Someone hacking my computer.
Can we do that?
Our system. Yeah, because the last week we have a security meeting about this. So yeah, that's what I can cut off. Yeah.
All right. Well, what kind of incident would happen then? How would you discover it, and what would it be?
Probably someone stole my computer, or or someone hacking my computer and get the password of our company.
Okay, how would that happen? How would you discover it?
Maybe because we have a recording on our system. If someone else logging with different IP, we will find it.
Okay, so in the morning at work, you check this activity. We
have someone, it's a manager of us. He will check it regularly.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it was checked.
Yeah.
What kind of hacking? So what's going to do? What would you find? It's a pretend story, so anything's okay.
Yeah. So
if it happens one day, what do you think will happen? Yeah.
Probably they will know the private information of our customers.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Say great. I mean, obviously only because I want a good story.
That's a good story.
Well,
well, it's a very true story, and maybe not in your workplace, but we hear these stories every day of hacking and people stealing email addresses and passwords.
Yeah.
So it's very real.
Oh no. Oh well, that's good. Thank you, Zoom. A gift from Zoom. Did you see that?
Yeah. We have extra time. Yeah.
That's good. Look, we only need another 5 minutes on this one anyway, and then we'll do the test. And then we can go and celebrate Valentine's Day.
Oh,
yay.
Don't tell me you forgot, Caesar. Did you forget?
Sorry, no, I haven't.
I don't think your girlfriend would let you forget, would she?
Yeah, my girlfriend is going to be crazy.
Good. All right, now let's get back to the incident. Some private information of the customers was accessed. Okay, well that's pretty serious to start off with, isn't it? There's the incident.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did it occur? Well, would we say it's the main server of your company? What do you call that? The computer system?
It's just the computer.
Just the computer. All right. I'm glad you're an expert on this, Caesar. It's just the computer. That's just some computer. All right. So the main server of the company, with the computer, you don't, I guess the location's not that important. It's more the
Yeah,
identification of the database. It could be anywhere.
yeah.
Really.
Perhaps the IP address would be recognized by your server, and you could say, oh, the IP address was in, Korea.
Oh, okay.
So someone from Korea was trying to steal the
That's good.
information.
That's good. Good idea.
Okay. Now, is there anything else we need to describe about the incident? Has it had any bad effects yet? We're not really. We haven't seen any effects. We just know that they've probably taken some information. All right. Well, that's serious enough. We'd certainly file an incident report about that one. Okay. So when did that happen? Today? Come on, students. Anybody right there?
Today, 14th.
Yeah.
Whoops. Today's the.
It happened on the 14th of February.
Okay. And the time. Oops.
Excellent typing, teacher.
Thank you. The time, well, probably early hours of the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it was identified this morning at 9 a.m.
Right.
We could write a comment on there, maybe, that it happened earlier. All right. So, yeah, well, so far so good. And it's nice and brief too, isn't it? Now, what's your recommended action, Caesar? You're the first person who noticed this. Should we close down the system?
I would see. No, we normally don't close the system. We change the password, lock the IP address.
Okay.
Or it's IP address.
IP, I'm sorry, of course.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to see this, but that's okay. Okay. Now, the name of the manager was anything you like.
James Dean.
I think Caesar's manager is going to have a Chinese name, but that's okay. He can be Mr. James Dan. How about that? Almost James Dean. Okay. And you submitted that today, so we'll just write that in again too. And you told him that at about 9:05, very quick. And if when you're writing one of these in the test, you can do whatever you like with these fields, as long as you write the information into the right place. Okay, has the hazard been acknowledged by management? Of course. He said he's going to do something about it. Don't worry about it, Caesar. I'm going to fix it. What was done then? What was the next thing to do it? You've done you've changed the passwords and logged the IP address. What else has been done? Can you change anything else?
We will check. Why the password being leaked, and we probably improve the security level, make sure it won't happen again. Yeah.
Okay, looking good. And is it fixed completely, or we'll say yes, shall we?
It's better, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. And your name I think we'll put you there.
Yep.
What's your position?
Junior software developer.
Oh, we're all juniors now, isn't that great? Young again. Oh, what's it done there? That has done something really weird there with the writing. Let's just try somewhere else here.
It's got a strange font.
Yeah, it's got a minute font of some kind. Just, we're just about finished here anyway.
That's all right.
We have to do a test yet. And then we have to give me some feedback about the test. But we nearly finished the lesson, so that's great.
Great.
Okay. Anything else we need there? And you'd sign that and you'd put the date.
That's it.
How does the date go in Australia, Caesar?
It's 14th.
So you're absolutely right. It's just something that is different in different English-speaking countries and different in China, I think, is that it's in Australia, it's always day, month, year. If we were in the United States, it would be month, day, year.
Yeah.
In the United States today, it is 2/14/21. In Australia today, it's 14/2/21. It's a very minor difference, but it could make a big difference on a form. It's
So
the
we
same
should
information, it's just in a different order.
14. Yeah,
But
it's
you know
14.
I'm confusing you by asking you something that you actually know completely, is that we put the day of the month, then the year. Just that would be a problem though on an official form if you put in, well, obviously when we see 2/14, we know there's been some problem. But anyway, all right. Now we're going to say goodbye for the moment. I'm going to send you a copy of this form. You don't have to look at it if you don't want to, but in a real class, I'd give everybody a copy of this form. They'd go home and then we would do the test tomorrow. But I'm just going to send each of you a copy of this form on your email. What's the time now? It's 9:37. Yes, take 20 minutes, have a coffee, look at I'll send you the test as well, have a look at it, and then at 10 o'clock we'll start doing the test. And I'd say we'll be finished by 10:15. And then I'll just need to get some comments off you after that. Okay, so say goodbye now. What time will we come back? 10?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay, you've got a separate invitation for the 10 o'clock meeting. It'll take very small amount of time. I'm going to send you this now so you can have a look. If you don't want to have a look, that's fine. We're only simulating this class. Have a coffee if you like, and I'll see you all at 10 o'clock. So thanks very much so far. See you at 10. Thanks, everybody. It's really helpful.
Bye.